Alright, what is scientific notation? Oh my goodness, what is that? What is that? It's a way of writing numbers so that it takes up less space. Writing really, really big numbers or writing really, really small numbers so that it takes up less space. That's honestly what it is. So many fields of study, whether you're interested in biology or astrophysics, many fields use scientific notation when writing very large numbers or very small numbers, so that they don't take up as much space. I think I said that already. So let's just see. Let's see some things. Okay. Oh, wait. Okay. So the first example that I have for you is to write the number using standard notation. So write this number using standard notation. Right now, it's already in scientific notation. And that just means there's one number in front of the decimal, that being the 6, and then the rest of the numbers are behind the decimal. You can have as many numbers behind the decimal as you want. So this is already in scientific notation. And scientific notation just means one number in front of the decimal and the rest behind. And then you have to use times 10 to the negative or positive number to adjust the decimal. Okay, so write the number using standard notation. This is very, very simple. All you're doing is paying attention to this exponent. Here it's a -4. Negatives mean you move to the left. So this -4 means you move this decimal place 4 times to the left. 1, 2, 3, 4. And you just put in zeros where you need to put in zeros. So that negative means move to the left. The negative exponent on the 10, that being the -4, means move the decimal 4 times to the left. And then you'll have standard notation. So here, let me just rewrite it. What I do is I take 6.98 and I just move the decimal. 1, 2, 3, 4. So the decimal goes out there, and then anywhere I don't have a number, I put in a 0. So there we go. So standard notation, that would just be 0.000698. And that's it. That would be my standard notation. You could write a 0 in front. That's fine as well. But I'm just going to have it like that. So there you go. That's standard notation. Let's try a different one. So in this one it says write using standard notation. Same instructions. However, this +3 here means move this decimal 3 to the right side. So when you have positive exponents on the 10, that means move to the right. When you have negative exponents on the 10, that means move to the left. Simple as that. So the positive exponent on the 10, meaning that +3, means move the decimal 3 times to the right. So I take this and move it over 3 times to the right. So I'll write it again, and then I'll take my number 7.2 and I'll move it, or move the decimal over 3 times. 1, 2, 3, and then so my decimal goes there. Put in any zeros wherever I need them. So my regular notation, my standard notation, that would be 7200, 7,200. So that's regular notation. So hopefully it's pretty easy. If it's a negative exponent, you move it to the left. If it's a positive exponent, you move the decimal to the right. And then going backwards, there's taking a number in standard notation and writing it in scientific notation. That's just backwards of this. And you can always check your answer by looking at these two examples. So let's take a look at an example number 3. Example number 3. Okay. So in this case, it's saying write the number using scientific notation. And remember from before, scientific notation was just one number in front of the decimal, the rest behind. So if we take a look at this, that just means the decimal should be right there. So how do we do that? Okay, we can change that to 7.8, and then we do the times 10 to the, I don't know yet. Well, if I wanted, like I usually just write this and then I count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So if I did to the positive 5, well, that would mean move it to the right 5. But I don't want to move it to the right. I want to move it to the left 5. So it has to be a negative, negative 5. And really, that's all you have to do. It's very, very simple. So you just put the decimal so that one number, and that's paying attention to this, one number in front of the decimal, the rest behind, and then see from there, do I have to move it to the left to get this? Then I have a negative. Or do I have to move it to the right to get this? And in that case, it would be a positive. Let's take a look at another example. Write the number using scientific notation. I think this number is 248,013,000. So write in scientific notation. Well, I know that scientific notation says that the decimal should be right there. So I'll just write it. 2.48013, and I don't have to write the rest of the zeros because zeros at the very, very end don't really matter. I can, but I don't have to, just because, I don't need to. Watch, you'll see why. Okay, so I do that, and it's got to be times 10 to the something. That's for scientific notation. And then I think, okay, what do I have to do to this decimal to get my number to look like that? Because the decimal right now in this number is over on the right side. So that means I would have to move, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And I'm moving to the right, and remember, move to the right, that means you have a positive exponent. Okay, so this would be, I forgot what I said. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And is that true? Does that work? Well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, it works. And that would give me that number. Perfect. That's what I wanted. So that's how you do that. It's pretty easy. You want to see another? You can't answer. It's a video. Look, if you want to, you have to put the decimal in the correct spot and then see, all right, how would I have to move it? And then that tells you how to do scientific notation. It's pretty simple. Yeah, I think I'm going to be done with this video right now. I think that's it. All right, goodbye.